How you doing, guys? Going to take a quick look at the CRKT M21-12G. Pick this one up at the local Lowe's Hardware. It's a nice folder for the money. It's Chinese made, I know, ouch. But that's how they can bring it to you at that price point, $30. G10 folder. Has 8CR, 13 or 14 MOV, I can't remember now. It's nicely made. No blade play side to side, no up and down. The flipper works well. Blade's centered. And the flipper works. It's a nice, solid knife. Especially for the price point. Now, if you're a knife connoisseur, like you probably are if you're watching this channel, and maybe you own a Sabenza or a SNG, or maybe a few Spydercos, right? This knife probably will not find its way in your pocket all that often. But as either a novelty knife, being something that you just want to have, maybe throw it on your desk and play with it here and there. Great knife. I'm not bashing it and saying that it's not a solid knife. I'm just saying the G10 feels like the Chinese made Tenacious, where it's just, you can tell it's a different quality G10 than what you find on your American made. Yep, pen blew up on this one. It's just different. This feels like more plasticky. You can tell these liners, it's not DLC coated or anything. It feels like it's going to start chipping off paint. Same with the clip. You know, does that make the knife a bad knife? No. I mean, you just got to keep in mind the price point. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. The auto locks feature. Most of you guys know CRKT, the auto locks feature. Basically, for those that don't know, it's a little tab. So when this blade opens, auto locks kicks forward, it engages. What auto locks is if you can see that, let me get a knife out here. If you can see that little tab right there, so when I pull this down, it moves. When I pull this down, that tab moves. When auto locks is engaged, this liner, in theory, can't slip off the tang because that tab is in the way. So the only way to close the liner lock is to pull down auto locks, which is spring loaded. Pull it down, that tab moves up out of the way, then you can push your liner lock over and your blade will close. So it's a safety feature. I don't like it, it's a pain in the butt. Because now to close the knife, you have to take your middle finger, pull auto locks down, then with your thumb, you got to push the liner over, then you can close the blade. I think it's silly. It's a safety feature. I guess if I didn't flick my knives back and forth just for fun, you know, it wouldn't really bother me if I use my knife maybe 10 times a day just to pull that over. Maybe you close it 2 hands, push that down, push this over, and then kick it forward. But anyways, solid knife. Maybe as a gift, maybe as something to throw in your glove box, maybe your fishing box, maybe keep at your campsite, you know, maybe in your cabin or something, just in case you forget your knife or whatever. Nice for that. As a EDC for somebody who maybe even owns a pair too, probably not. They need to step up their steel. Get away from your Chinese manufacturing, your Chinese steel here. Maybe raise your price point. This is a great design. I'd like to see it in S30V. Really would. Maybe a frame lock S30V. No auto locks, please. But I doubt CRKT is just not the market they're in. So, that's it. Nice knife. Well worth $30. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice, solid knife. Well worth the money. It's neat that you can go to Lowe's right now and pick it up if they have it in stock. Now let's talk about these VEF serrations, because that's really why I bought this knife. Because I already know. Usually when I get into CRKT, I'm like, ah, great design. Ah, really well made. Man, blade steel, kind of, you know, just wish they'd use something a little bit better. Not that blade steel is everything, but when you have better, I mean, why not? Why not? Why would I carry this over this? You know? One of those deals. VEF serrations. I talked to, I think his name's Tom VEF. Talked to him on the telephone. He does this service. You want to send your blade in for some serrations? I think he said it was $15 per serration. And I'm really, really thinking about sending in my 25. Oh yeah. I like partially serrated blades, as long as the serrations are done right. So that's an Endura. Of course, I do love fully serrated edges too. That could be in a video in and of itself. But I thought Spyderco serrations were the very best. I really did. Until I bought this. These things cut unlike anything I've ever seen. Super aggressive. They don't rip. I don't have anything right by me to cut. Maybe we'll do a cutting demonstration later. They do not rip. They're nice and aggressive. They cut. Believe it or not, serrations do come in handy, you know, for certain cutting tasks. I love serrated edges knives. It's fully serrated. I'd carry this knife a lot more. I just don't dig plastic handles. This is a cool knife. Fully serrated millies. I don't think you can get these anymore. So look at the difference here. They don't, if you can keep them sharp, maybe that would be another video in and of itself. How to sharpen your serrated edges, or at least how I do it. If you keep serrated edge and knife, these serrations sharp, they cut really well. I don't think they look as good. I don't think this looks as good as the plain edge version. You know, take a nice, smooth, straight edge that's been polished up like a mirror. Hard to beat. Practicality, I do like serrated edges. Just do. So, I'm sold on the VEF serrations. Like it a lot. If you want to try it out, maybe give it a shot. The M21-12G. Just do not expect this knife to take over your EDC. It won't. You'll probably throw it in your glove box or give it away as a gift. Thumb studs work as well. Nice knife for the money. I love the VEF serrations. Glad I purchased this knife so that I can maybe assess if I want to send my Sebenza in for the partially serrated treatment. Crazy, I know. But I do love serrations. That's it, guys. Have a good day. See ya.